to the cloud. All right, welcome to our weekly webinar series, Agency in Your Pocket. This webinar is brought to you by 123getfound.com. This webinar is part of an ongoing series for our private Facebook group. Within our private Facebook group, you're going to get weekly educational webinars. This is where we bring in industry-leading experts to give you in-depth marketing knowledge unlike any other group in the world. We also do weekly hot seats where we will break down your toughest business challenges and make sure you leave with a solution. We provide open office hours, and this is the chance to pick my brain via the Facebook group and ask anything marketing related. This is your chance to get answers to questions for free that clients pay literally thousands of dollars for. In addition to that, we're going to have several bonuses, including landing page templates, tips, tricks, and tactics that are working for our clients right now. Just a little sneak peek inside when you join our group. This is where we start. We start with you, where you are today, your strengths, your weaknesses, your vision. Where do you want to be perceived? Where do you want to be in a year, 5 years? Then we help you build it, create the foundation in your roadmap, take care of the weak areas, implement, take action, and then learn. We teach you how to measure your results, what the next steps to take are, and how to scale your business and grow. We teach on 3 core principles: getting found, getting results, and getting smart. Today, we're going to cover one of the key forms of getting found, referral partnerships. To find out more about this group, go to agencyinyourpocket.com. And now for today's guest presenter, this is Michael Griffiths, and I'm going to shut up, listen, and he's going to tune into his zone of genius, which is referral partnerships. So go ahead, Michael, if you are with us.
Very good. Hopefully you can hear me, and great to be with you. Really excited. Yes, different accent, especially to Jared's. That's what you get when you're in San Diego versus Sydney, Australia, but I'm sure you won't mind. I don't mind going very quickly, so if you've got questions, please make sure you write them down. We will definitely get them answered, but at the same time, love to be able to cram as much as we possibly can in here to be able to get things happening for you. So, teacher by trade. So I love drawing. So I'm going to bring up the whiteboard straight away, because that's how I love people to be able to learn, be interactive, and get things actually sinking in straight away rather than just watching slides. So again, hopefully that's all good with you. Now, the big thing that we were going to cover today is all about referral teams. For most people, they hope to get referrals. They sit back, they go, yeah, I wish my client would pass me a referral. I wish John would pass me a referral. I had coffee with him the other week. He's got to know somebody, doesn't he? And we just sit back and we wait. And we wait and we wait. And most of the time, we'll pick up a referral a month. We might pick up 2 if we're really lucky. It's become a good month. But why not take control of our own referral teams? And that's what we need to do if we want referrals consistently. So I share with you, for no other reason but where this can get to is, by the time you have created your referral teams, you should be able to generate 5, 10, 15 referrals a week every single week of the year, yeah, including over Christmas time. That's what happens when you have people who are out there looking to create opportunities for you every single day. Now, those people, unfortunately, don't just fall from trees. We have to put in a system to make sure that we actually create our own referral teams. And that's what we're going to go through today. So let's have a look at referral teams and the different components that make up our referral teams. So first off, there are what we call profitability partners. Our profitability partner, we are going to have a weekly phone call with. Okay, so that phone call shouldn't take any more than 10 minutes. And the whole idea is that we are getting on the call and we are strategizing, how do we get each other more business? That's the purpose of the call. See, again, for most people, the purpose of their call when they phone someone is just to chit chat, and they hope that something comes out of it. Well, instead, let's actually set up where we are going to speak to people and go, hey, purpose of this call is for us to get each other more business. So therefore, there is a set agenda that we're going to go through. And that agenda is simply the accountability from the week before. So after week 1, you can do the accountability from the week before. What is your goal for the week? Who do you want to be connected to this week? And what are 3 things I can do for you this week? And that's a matter of then following that set agenda. And that agenda will ensure that you are getting into new networks through your connections, and you are having more exposure, you're having sales funnels filled, and you're having new opportunities being passed to you. So with our profitability partners, we say that you really can't have any more than 6 people, because you just won't have the time to be able to do all the things for your own profitability partners. So if someone's doing 3 things for you, you're going to be doing 3 things for them. So that's 18 things in a week. That's about 2.5 odd hours of time to be able to get those things done. But also just imagine that's 18 things being done for your business. For most people, they're lucky if they have 1 thing done for their business in a week. So if you think that you've got people who actually want you to get more business, who's sharing your content, who's sharing your landing pages, who's sharing your offering, who's sharing your products and services, who's connecting you to the right sorts of people for you to be able to sell into. Your business has to be completely different to what it is right now. That's what profitability partners are. The next group of people are what we call our super group. This is a monthly catch up, and I'm going to put catch up because in the end, it can be either face-to-face or it can be online, depending on where you're going to create your super group. It shouldn't take any more than 45 minutes. It follows the same sort of agenda, accountability from the week before, what's your goal for the month, who do you want to be connected to for the month, but what 1 thing can I do for you? And that's how the super group will work. So finding your super group is a matter of finding other people who sell to the same target audience you sell to, and you don't compete with each other. So here we are in referral marketing. Well, we could have in our super group, Jared, who's in retargeting, Facebook, pay-per-click marketing. We don't do the same thing, but we sell to the same sorts of people. We could have a graphic designer. We could have a web developer. We could have a business coach. We all sell to the same sorts of people, but we don't compete with each other. Because in the end, your super group, no matter where someone comes in to work with any member of the super group, they should be able to be passed around the whole group and be able to get their whole business up and running through the skills of the group. That's what the ideal super group will be able to do. So again, it doesn't matter whether you do this face-to-face, whether you do this through Zoom, and therefore your super group can be really any people anywhere in the world. So our profitability partners is a one-on-one conversation. Our super group is the group conversation with all group members helping one another. In our super group, I tend to say 8 people, including yourself, is ideal. That way then you'll certainly get it done in 45 minutes and you'll be target laser focused in on the right sorts of activities with the right sorts of people. Now, for some people who are listening to this probably go, well, I sort of already have my super group because I go to BNI or a referral group or a chamber of commerce and that's perfect. They're great groups. However, they're not your groups. Therefore, you don't have control of who you're working with, whether you actually fit in with those other people, whether you actually think they do a good job or not. This is your group. You're in control of setting up your own referral teams. And that's super important Because in the end, you want to be able to say, yeah, you know what? This isn't just working. We're going to have to move you on and find somebody else. And that's absolutely okay to do. Okay, so the third in our referral teams is our cross-promotion partners. So our cross-promotion partners is pretty simple. We want 12 of them. That way then we can run a cross-promotion every single month. You could actually run it every 2 weeks, because someone you do in January, you could also do that in July. Someone you did in February, you could also do in August. So 12 cross-promotion partners would actually allow you to run a cross-promotion pretty much every second week. And a cross-promotion is simply, I will promote you into my network, and can you please promote me into your network? So now you've got 2 people helping one another, being able to promote one another into each other's networks. Extremely powerful. To think, and these numbers we've seen be true over years and years now, let's just say that I got promoted into a group of 1,000 people. 50% of those people will actually be interested. So that leaves me with 500. 500 just won't be interested to start with. Out of that 500, 10% will actually do the sorts of things that I want them to do. Come in to get a lead magnet, or come into a sales funnel, or come into our network in some way. That now gives us a chance to educate those people on what we do, nurture those people and build the relationship. We have just generated 50 leads. You think, what does it cost for you to generate 50 leads? Like, it's just absolutely the best way to be able to grow your business really quickly, is to find people to do a cross promotion with. So who do you find? Simply ask, who has the same target market as me? Who sells to the same sorts of people that I sell to, yet we don't compete with each other? Once you have made a list of those people, now you have the ability to be able to go and create opportunities with one another. Go and just speak to the person. Go, hey, I'm looking at being able to do a cross promotion. Let me promote you into my network. I'll promote. Let me promote you into my network. If you can promote me into your network, is that something you'd like to do? And they're either going to say yes or no. So it's pretty simple to go and ask. This doesn't matter what type of business you have. We've taken online businesses that purely just sell online, and we've pretty much quadrupled the number of visitors they get to their site and their sales purely through cross promotions. We've taken local businesses in regional towns that only have like populations of 10, 15,000, so not even big cities. And we've gone, good, go around the other local businesses and create cross promotions with them. If you're a national business, if you're an international business, if you're a knowledge business or a product business, it doesn't matter. This works with every single type of business. Because in the end, you all have other types of businesses that sell to your client. Every single one of you. Sometimes you've got to think a little bit more outside the box, but every single person has another type of business that sells to their clients. And that's all we have to ask ourselves when creating cross promotions. So what sorts of things could we do in cross promotions? Well, it might be a webinar that you've got coming up. It might be a live event. It might be a workshop. It might be a PDF, a white paper, a podcast, a video. So there are so many things that people could promote for you into their network that allows you to have experience and allows you to be able to leverage other people's networks. Okay, next one is our content distributors. So our content distributors will help us promote our content on social media. I'm sure if you're like me, you love it when people like, comment, share your stuff. You get excited. You go, yes, someone's listening. I'm not doing all this just for my own benefit and my own ego. Someone actually likes my stuff. Well, rather than hoping that that happens, how about we actually put a plan in place to make that happen? So therefore, we will find content distributors and we'll go, hey, when you put up content, send me the link so I can like, share, comment, and expose that to my network. And if you don't mind, we can do exactly the same and just be little content partners. So when you end up with 20 content distributors, all of a sudden now, your content is going far and wide into networks that you didn't even know existed. You know, a big part of your business is getting it more exposure. The more exposure you have, the more other people are going to see what you're doing. Therefore, the better chance that someone's going to go, wow, that's actually what I need. And therefore, come back to you. Love social media marketers, but I think they miss the point most of the time. It's not about just purely putting up content and going, hey, this is how good I am. I hope you see it. That's like 1/10 of what should be done. On social media, it's about getting into new networks. I don't want to keep talking to my own people all the time. They already know me. They already love me. I want to be talking to new people. I want to have eyes on new people on me. Because that's how then we fill our sales funnels with different people. So rather than just hoping that someone's going to like, comment, or share, how about you just actually make it happen? And simply going, I'll help you, you help me, and let's just simply create the win-win there. So all 4 of those aspects of our referral teams, and you can see the numbers of how many is a great number to have to start with that you want to build up to. So 20 content distributors, 12 cross-promotion partners, 8 in my super group, 6 profitability partners, and right now I've already got a team of 46 people. Like there's 46 people who are out there trying to create opportunities for me day in, day out, trying to help me generate new business day in, day out. So you can see at the start where I said for most people, when I say most, 99% of people, sit back and go, oh, I hope my client passes me a referral today. Or I hope that person I met at the other networking event that I gave my card to passes me a referral today. And we wonder why we only get 1 or 2 referrals and that's it. You have to create teams of people to give you referrals. So all 4 of these is I help you because you help me. It's the win-win. It's not a matter of I'm going to pay you. That's not how it works. It's 2 people who go, I want to help you, you want to help me. Let's find out how we can do that together and collaborate. So the 5th aspect is a little bit different because this one here is I will pay you for you generating a sale. So affiliates is a little bit different to our previous 4. An affiliate creates sales for you, not leads, sales. So I am happy to pay an affiliate a percentage of the sale. There is no rhyme or reason to what that is. You just have to go, what are my profit margins? What am I willing to give? That's how you'll come up with your affiliates. If you're thinking 5 or 10%, don't bother with an affiliate program. It's pointless. It doesn't get me excited to help you. So an affiliate is someone who's going to use their networks to create sales for them to be able to generate income themselves. It does not have to be just products. We have affiliates that are both for our products as well as for our services. So don't think, oh, I don't have a product, therefore I can't do it. Also, don't think, because I know around the world, there are a lot of, especially in the financial industry, where having affiliates isn't allowed. Well, it's not allowed for that particular service maybe you could create another little do-it-yourself product in where you could have affiliates promote that. And therefore, that now builds you more people to talk to for your other service. So there's always a way when you think outside the box. Right? Every single person that's come to me and said, oh, I can't have affiliates because our industry doesn't allow it, we've found a different way within minutes. Okay, so the only things I'm going to say around affiliates, you want to be able to do this on automation as much as you can. Therefore, you need some sort of affiliate software. If you just Google affiliate software, you will find software to use. Most are around $20, $30 a month for you to have your software up in the cloud. And what that does is it allows your affiliate to pretty much manage themselves. So they click on a link, they fill in their form to get their own account. They then automatically get a username and password to get their own back office. In the back office, images and texts and banners that they can use to be able to promote your things. They can see their own link. They can generate their own affiliate images and text. They can see how many people have clicked on their link. They can see when they're going to get paid, and it pays them. So you don't want to have to be doing that manually. That's a whole nother job. So find affiliate software. The only one that I'll say, unless you're super technical, Post Affiliate Pro. It took me nearly a week to do that. And in the end, I said, this is just too technical. And we went somewhere else. So if you're super technical, that's fine. But if you're not, I'd probably stay away from that one. Now, most CRMs and most shopping carts already have affiliates set up within their software. So you might actually already be able to run an affiliate program, already have software, and you didn't even know it. So check there first. So there are 5 components of our referral teams. We've now got a team of 66 people. That's 66 people trying to create opportunities for us every single day. And even if they just created one opportunity a month for us, that's 66 new opportunities. Now, one thing I'm big on, if you're getting that many opportunities, you better be great at selling. Now, I don't expect you to be up at 90, 94% as we, but you certainly better learn how to sell and be up over 70%. So if you do that, that's like 40 new pieces of business every single month. Now, for some of you listening to this, you're probably, I couldn't even handle more than 3. Well, that's fine. All you have to do is turn the tap down and reduce the number of people in your referral team. If you want more, that's great. Do more cross promotions, have more content distributors, and have more affiliates. The profitability partners of 6 and the super group of 8, those really can't be changed because you won't have the time in the time that we've allowed there. Now, if you're happy to go for 90 minutes with your super group, perfect. You can probably have 15 people in there. But just because you're happy, you got to make sure everyone else is happy to be there for that amount of time too. Jared, not sure if you're sort of already on there or you're going to change or something, but is that making sense?
Definitely, yeah. If, Michael, if you could give people tips on where to start.
Not a problem at all. So if we went, here you go, let me just bring up another. Steps to get referral partners. So first off is we've got to ask. Right now, you already have partners all around you. They're in your networks already. They might be past clients. They might be current clients. They might be prospects. They might be on your social media. You might have met them at networking events. Right now in your network, you already have people who have the same target audience that you do. You don't compete with each other, and you could help each other. So the first thing you got to do is start making a list of people. I'll go an extra step. Okay, so list of people is step 1. get 50 odd people onto that list, because there are going to be people who are going to say, no, sorry, I don't have the time. And that's absolutely fine. So the second thing you're going to do is then ask them, hey, I'm building some referral teams right now, looking at being able to work with people where we can help each other grow your businesses. Is that something that you'd like to be a part of? And it's either yes or no. Let's assume that they've said yes. So the next thing we need to do is have a conversation around what does that referral team process look like? So if I'm thinking I want them to be a profitability partner, and therefore we're going to have a weekly phone call, and Jared, who I'm talking to, goes, well, hey, let's just sort of catch up every 60 to 90 days and we'll just sort of see what happens. And if I find something, I'll pass it over. We're completely on different pages. There is no possible way that that can work. So we've got to have this conversation around what does it look like to you? Are we on the same page? Because if we're not, we might as well stop wasting each other's time, because within a month or so it'll fizzle out anyway, because we just won't talk to each other. So we've got to have that conversation. Next thing we've got to do is we've got to train our partners. Number one reason why we don't get as many referrals as we want is because we don't train our partners on how to get us referrals. So we've got to make sure that we sit down and we actually create a referral training manual. And Jared, if you don't mind, I'll put the link where people can get their training manual. So then that way then saves them a whole bunch of time and effort. You just get my manual in a Word document, leave the sections, take out the words, and away you go to create your own manual. So we sit down with our partners and we train them. This is what we do. This is how we do it. These are great types of referrals for us. This is what you should be listening out for me. When someone says that, this is how you bring them to me. So in the end, your partners pretty much know you and your business and how to be able to find business for you inside out and back to front. Now, we only do this with our profitability partners and our super group partners. Those 14 people are your A team. Also, which is a question I always get, which I forgot to mention, I don't want the same person in my profitability partner or my super group, because otherwise I've just restricted my referral team number by one person. I want them to be different people in those particular groups. Okay, so after we have trained them, now we're ready to create an action plan. Now we're ready to go, good, so these are the first things we can do for each other. And then once we've done that for each other, we go, great, now what are we doing? Once we've done that, good, now what are we doing? So there should never be a time where there isn't an action plan in place. So why do most referral relationships fail? Poor communication, because we're not on the page to start with, the same page to start with, and we don't take the time to train each other. We just hope that the other person is going to just be an amazing person and remember what we're about and remember us and find business for us. No, they're busy in their own world. They've got their own stuff happening. We've got to make it as easy as possible for people to be able to help us. And if we don't do that, then don't expect the results. So for the extra hour that it might take, for the years to come, the payoff is a millionfold. So take the time to train people. That makes sense, Jared?
Absolutely.
Lovely. How are we done? What else would you like your guys to know? And I'll put in there where you can get your training manual while you go through that for me.
Perfect. Yeah, put the training manual link in there. And then, so the first thing to do is just to ask or put together a list of people. So this would be a list of people that potentially share the same type of person, your ideal client or customer in mind. That's who you're writing down.
Spot on. Yep, exactly right.
And then the other thing that you teach that we didn't mention is to have actual conversations with the people in your social networks, because your network will forget about you in 45 days, which I find accurate, but it's still shocking to hear it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hold on, I've been your friend. You should remember me forever, shouldn't you? And unfortunately, no, life gets in the way. So, yeah, around your whole network and around building the right sorts of networks for you and around being able to have the right opportunities from your network all starts with conversations. You've got to be front of mind. You've got to be engaging personally. And when you do that, then you certainly have the ability to have some great conversations and therefore create great opportunities with other people, whether they're part of a profitability group or a cross-promotion group or a content distributor or an affiliate. You can't find these people without having conversations.
Right. And if you don't have conversations, you could have 100,000 followers on all your social media networks, but you don't actually have a network because they don't actually know who you are and what you really do.
Spot on. Yeah, and I say all the time, even yesterday, we were doing some stuff that's saying, oh, I've got over 1,200 people in my LinkedIn. I went, fantastic. So how many are you speaking to every single week? Blank face, silence. And no, what do you mean? Well, if you're not speaking to them, you've actually got 0 people because you reckon they actually know who you are or remember you. And the light bulb went on.
Right. You could be behind them at the store in the market and they don't know who you are. So that's not going to do you any good for business.
Very true. Very true. Lovely. How have we been able to go? We reckon we've covered a nice little bit on referral teams.
Awesome. Yeah, I think we covered everything. That's a good step to go get your manual, fill it out, and then start building the list, asking, create conversations, train them, move forward. And the other thing is to not necessarily jump to 66 people right away because you're probably not going to be able to manage it. So start off with 1 or 2 profitability partners first, then move into the other things, right?
Spot on. Yeah, don't try to go from 0 to 6 or 0 to 8. Start with 1 or 2, then build up to 3, then get 4. Start your super group. As long as you got 3 people, you and 2 others, you can get your super group up and going. Then you build up. You can do a cross promotion with 1 person straight away. Then you build up. So don't think you've got to go from 0 to 66 instantly. You just slowly build. And as it becomes second nature to you, you'll be able to take on more partners.
Right. And then the other thing is, depending on your business, affiliates may or may not make sense. If you're in a tight margin, maybe affiliates are not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. If you do the first 4 where it's all win-wins, you'll have more than what you can cope with.
Right. Awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time to go over all this and break this down. We really appreciate it.
No, absolute pleasure. Been brilliant being with you. Yell out if you've got any questions, and again, go out there and make it happen. People who take action on this, it's so much more fun working with others and trying to do it all yourself, and that's the nice part.
No doubt. Awesome. Thanks so much for your time, Michael.
Absolute pleasure.